So can mute. Yeah. So today what we will see, we'll just discuss about the RICEF objects. You can see my screen, right? Okay, I'm just have some list of RICEF object for FICO, for MM and SD module. Okay, so we segregated module wise. So we have the category. So F stands for form, R stands for reports, and E stands for enhancement. Okay, so I think FICO enhancement need to be added. So when it comes to MM, so we have a module RICEF category. So this is like is it MM? Okay, there is not okay. F okay T codes, right? So this is not required. Okay, so this is like your functional specification ID. Okay, so we need to prepare the FS for each and every RICEF objects. So FS MM EF001. So it's a codification. If it is a technical spec, it's a technical consultant, they will prepare it. ES module and F stands for form 001. Okay, so they have RICEF form 1, form 2, form 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there are 10 forms.
ES means what? ES stands for?
So this is for technical spec.
Okay.
Okay, so then here we have the priority also. So all the module, so we have like this. Okay, so priority, or we can assign the consultant also. Here you can able to assign the trainees. Okay, so you can assign. So who is going to work on these RICEF objects? So these RICEF sheet you can able to, you just mention. Okay, who is going to work on these RICEF objects? So same thing for MM also. You can able to assign. So and you just revert back the sheet. And SD also. Okay, so SD currently, Gunal, you are the only person or anybody else is there in the project?
No, I am the only person.
You are the only person, right? Okay, no problem. So then you can fill it your name here. So then you can able to revert back. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, so before start the functional specifications, so what we need to know is, so how to execute the tables. So we should know what is the table. So then we can able to print the details. So I will share you one sample functional specification. So let's start with the MM. So this is one of the purchase order printout. Okay, so purchase order printout. So this functional specification, so they have explained about the layout, so how the purchase order layout, and then there is a detail. So before that there is a business requirement, so we need to explain so why this purchase order we are using, so what purpose, so the business benefits, so all the details you have to explain here. So then we have to design the functional specifications, right? So we have to explain about the logic here, and then there is output forms. So this should be the purchase order. Okay, so purchase order output form. So then what is the flow charts and everything is there. So we'll see one by one here. Okay, so first we have to explain about the business requirement. So why this purchase order is required, and just explain the business benefits, and from where, so what is the prerequisite to print the purchase order. All right, so this information you can able to be printed. So then there is a business benefit also I can explain. So how we are going to print the purchase order, that is a T code, right? ME9F. So there is a T code. So we are going to use to print the purchase order. So here we have to enter the purchase order number. So then we can able to print the purchase order, right? So here
just one doubt, sir. So will it be done by the T code or some outputs which are triggering from the sales order or the purchase orders?
We have standard, that is a T code, standard T codes, or you can customize it also, that is. Okay, so then there is a layout of the purchase order here. So if you have any printout, so we have the header. So you can see this is the header part, and this is like one main window, and this is also another main window. So then we have the item details. So this is the main, we called as a this is one of the sub header, this is also header, this is the main window, and this is the footer pages. Okay, so it looks like that. So now, so the consultant wants to receive the template, so now we need to design the layout and we need to understand so what all the information we are going to be printed. So that logic we have to be discussed. Okay, so before we are going to explain see about the FS, so first we have to understand what all the table so we are going to be used, right? So that is more important, so that we will see for the purchase order. So then we will go for sales order also. Okay, and so here we have the detailed information. Okay, so there is a vendor address details are there. Okay, so what is vendor address details? So this is the box, right? So you can see vendor code and vendor name and attention. So PO box, TRN number, telephone number, fax number. So this is the vendor address details. So how we can able to print the vendor address details with reference to your purchase order number? So because here we are going to print the purchase order number, correct? So let's say 44007, this is the purchase order number. So once the purchase order is created, so this will be updated in the table also, right? So with what is the table? So how we can able to, so with reference to PO, how we can able to get the vendor address details, so that we will see. So after that, with reference to purchase order, how you can able to get the purchase order date and what is quotation reference. So then how we can able to get the site, so which plant we are going to receive this. Okay, and there is a AP. So this is nothing but like a type of purchases. Okay, so in purchases, let's say we have a local purchase, or we can import purchase, or we have asset purchase, or stock transfer purchase, or intercompany purchase, right? So there are so many types of purchases. Just for understanding, so we need to, there is a short form. So how this PO is printing asset? Suppose what is the logic? So we'll print the asset PO. So those logic also has to be mentioned, so that if it is intercompany, IC will be there. If it is a stock transfer, so stock transfer PO we can mention here. If it is a project PO or consignment PO, so based on the type of PO, so they have the logic has to be used to print it, right? So then we have the item details. So we have item number, we have a material code, material description, unit of measurements, quantity, unit price, net price, gross total, discount, and if there is any delivery charges, then we have to print the total amount, right? So then we are printing sum of 500,000 only. So this amount also we are printing. So these are all the information. So now we need to prepare the functional specifications. Okay. So next we can see the vendor address details. So how to print the vendor address details? Okay, so then how to print the purchase order details, right? So this is the second part. So here we have designed like how this purchase order called as a inventory PO, and if it is a based on the document type also you can design. It's a non-inventory PO, asset AP, asset purchase order, UB, STO. Then it's like a suppose currency not equal to AD, then you can call it as a import PO, or if the document type called as a ICP is called as a intercompany purchases. So like that, there is a logic also based on the document type. So document type from your EKKO table, document type belongs to BSART, right? So that is also we have to check it here. So then, so we are going to design the purchase order item details. So this purchase order item details, so we have a serial number, so all the details, right? So how we are going to get it, right? So we are getting the EKPO is the table name. So generally for purchase order we call it as a EKKO is a header, EKPO is the item table. So we will see so on purchase order now, and there is item name and description, right? So this is description will be printing from Mara MAKTG, right? So then material number from EKPO MATNR. This is a material number. So this is the description, this is the unit of measurement, EKPO MEINS. So then EKPO MENG quantity, so unit price. So we are going to yeah, so we have unit price. So how we are going to get the unit price? So first you have to get the condition record number from the EKKO table and pass the condition record number to the PRCD elements and check the condition type, right? If PB00 or PBXS, so this is the basic price, right? So then based on the condition type we have to print it. So what is the condition type for basic price? So what is the condition type for discount? So what is the condition type for freight charges? So like that we have to discuss, we have to print the condition type based on that So the value you have to fetch it from the PRCD elements. So here there are two tables they are linking. So one is EKKO KNUMV. So we are passing the PO number and getting the condition record number, then passing the condition record number to PRCD elements. Okay, so in the PRCD elements we will see now how it works like. So then we have a logic design for the payment terms. Okay, so here there is a payment terms. So we are getting TVZBT underscore text because payment terms will be there in the EKKO table, but text we have to be printed, right? So we need to pass the payment terms to TVZB. Okay, this is the table. TVZBT is the table, and this is the text. Okay, so delivery times actually. So when we want, suppose the each item have different delivery date, right? So we need to print the delivery times also. So that is called EKET. So here you have to get the PO number from EKKO, pass the PO number to EKET, then you will get the delivery times. So then we have the locations. EKPO VW, this is a plant locations. Okay, so then the name of the plant T001W. So we are passing the plant to T001W plant. Okay, so there is a table T001W for plant, and we are going to get the name one. First name we are printing. Okay, so then contact and the phone number. So these fields and all we can able to check where we can able to print it. So then we have the approval signatures. Okay, so here we can able to mention, so who is the approver, for example. uh, okay, so he is the manager. Okay, so he is the manager. So now we need to mention, so what is the signatures. So there is a digital signature has to be uploaded, so with the help of technical team. So then once all the PO gets approved, then we need to print the digital signatures. Okay, so then we have the date, so which date and what is the time. So this is also need to be printed here. Okay, so these are all the footer related informations we are printing. So next we have the role actually. So we are creating the purchase order. So what is the T code we are using? So yes, purchase order is created. Now changing the purchase order. So expected result is, yeah, purchase order is changed. Then print the purchase order ME9 of. So purchase order is printed. Correct. So here the layout, sample layout we have attached. So here we have the list of tables. So what are the table we are using? So LFA1, so we are printing the vendor address details. EKKO is the purchase order header. EKPO is the purchase order item. PRCD element belongs to your condition records. So like a basic price, so discounts, surcharges, delivery charges, freight charges and all. So we are using PRCD underscore elements. So for that we are getting the condition record from EKKO table and passing the condition record number to PRCD elements, where we are getting the list of condition types. So basic price, what is the condition type? Discount, what is the condition type? Delivery charges, what is the condition type? So based on that we are printing the values. So EKET, so we are going to printing the delivery terms. So TVZBT, so there is a payment term description. Okay, so then we have the functional module called read underscore text. So this read underscore text we are using for the text printing. Okay, so this text, any kind of text, even material master long text, supplier master we have long text, purchase order long text, sales order long text. So there is a functional module is there. We will see how this works. Okay, so then we have the T code. I told you there is a ME9 of you can print, or ME23 and also you can print, ME22 and also you can take the printouts. Okay, so this is the T codes. So this is purchase order. Okay, so purchase order using ME23. Okay. Okay, so here you can specify, yeah, this is okay. We can, no need to specify anything, not required. If there is any kind of forms you can select. So here these are all the test cases. Okay, so how we are going to test the PO? Suppose single purchase order printing, so what would be the output? So multiple purchase order if you are taking, so what would be the expected output? Like that, all the test cases you have to be printed here. So that's it actually. So this is not much complicated, it's very simple forms actually. Okay, so now we will see how the printouts, how these tables are works. Okay, so I'll just give you sample informations. So let's connect with SAP. So here, so we call, okay, so suppose we'll take one of the purchase order. Okay, so ME23N will take one of the PO which they are created. Okay, so let's say this is the PO. So in any kind of document, purchase order or sales order, we have the three different type of documents. One is header, second is item, third one is item overview. Okay, so these three belongs to three different tables. So header will be on one table called EKKO, item will be EKPO, item overview. So in item overview, there are so many things are there, like a delivery times, so then condition record, right? So there are so many tables are there. So based on the input or field, so it will get tables will get differ. Okay, so here now we need to print the purchase order vendor address details. So we have the PO number, right? So this is the purchase order number. So now we have the supplier. So in this supplier, so we are printing all the address details. We are going to print it. So how to get the supplier details, right? So first I'll go to the table. So we can go SE16N. So this is the table, right? So here, so EKKO is the table for purchase order header. Okay, purchase order header is a table. So now we can able to copy the PO number, Control C. So we can able to get the purchase order number. Okay, so here, so based on this PO, there are so many tables we have to connect it. Okay, so there is a supplier is there. We are getting the supplier from EKKO and passing to LFA1 table, right? So we are going to LFA1. So LFA1 belongs to supplier master, right? So LFA1, so LFA1 belongs to supplier master general. Then LFB1 is there. So this is supplier master company code related data. Okay, so what are the company code related info? There is a role called FLVN 00, right? So that is a role belongs to company code related information, like payment terms, company code, reconciliation account, payment terms, right? And payment method. So still so many fields are there. So then there is a table called LFC1 also. So this LFC1 belongs to, so there is a data source actually. LFA1, LFB1 and LFC1. So this is also company code related information. Okay, so now let's start with the LFA1. So this LFA1 we have to pass the vendor number, right? So what is the vendor number? So we have the supplier number from EKKO pass to vendor here, right? So now if you are execute, so we will be getting the address details. Okay, so but still we are not getting all the address. So email ID or mobile number and all, again we need to connect for another tables. So we have to get the vendor name one, we have a city, postal code and street address. So name one, so these informations we are going to print it from the LFA1 table. Okay, so now, so vendor address details we need to print it. All right, so how we can able to write the query? So suppose, okay, let me yeah, so here so the logic already we have discussed, right? So we have the logic part already we discussed here. For example, vendor code, right? So name LFA1 name 1, LFA2 name 2, this is also LFA1, right? Okay, so we are printing, so I'm printing the PO box. So from yeah, so actually from the LFA1 table, right? So here so we need to design like that. So we have to pass. Okay, so here pass BP and get the TRN number also, right? So here vendor code, address, PO box. Okay, so another things like a pass business partner to get the TRN number, right? The trade license number called. Okay, so this trade license number we are going to, there is a code, identification number. So in the supplier master, so that how we are going to print it. So that is the logic they have mentioned here. So simple term, so we have how you have to write down is, okay, so for example so suppose this is like so getting supplier address, just for understanding. Okay, so in supplier address, so here, so what we are so we need to pass Okay, this is step number 1. Okay, just for understanding, step number 1, pass PO number and get supplier number, right? Supplier number. So this is step number 1. So then step number 2, pass supplier number to LFA1 table and get supplier address details. Okay, so step number 3, so pass address number from LFA1 ADRNR. Okay, let's say ADRNR and get mail ID details. Okay, so again for further case. So like that we have to, but here we are explaining the description. So now we need to mention the field name. Okay, so PO number. What is the PO number? EKKO EBLN, right? So this is a EBLN and it's a PO number. Okay, so what is the supplier number? EKKO LF Lifner, correct? So this is for the supplier number. So this is sufficient. If you are writing like this, so they can able to understand here. So what you are telling, so pass purchase order number and get the supplier number, right? So where the purchase order number EKKO EBLN, we called as a purchase order number, and EKKO Lifner, so that is the supplier number. Okay, so this the same tables. Okay, the table name also you can, if you want, you can mention EKKO is the table, right? So we can design. So step number 1, we understand that. So now step number 2, so we are passing the supplier number to LFA1, get the address details. So now we need to understand, so what are the field we are going to fetch it, correct? So that is for the supplier name. So here, so we need to fetch the technical. Here you can change something, utilities. Okay, we'll go back. Just user profile, extras, change settings. So there is a technical name. So if you mention here, so you'll get the technical name here. So instead of the description, right? So just click this, you'll get it. So now you want to get the name one, right? So now this is a name one field. Okay, so you can go to okay, pass supplier number, right? So supplier number is equal to EKKO Lifner supplier number, and what all the information you want to get it. Okay, so you want to get the okay, LFA1 name 1. What is LFA1 name 1? Is a supplier name 1, right? Supplier name 1. So what next we need to print it? So then supplier name street. Okay, STRE is called as a street. So then LFA1 STRES. So street. LFA1 city, right? City, street, ORT01. Okay, so ORT01 or M code also is there. We'll say ORT01, right? So ORT01 for city. So then what we need it? Postal code. Postal code LFA1 PSTL is that, right? For postal code. So what else is there, right? So these are all the information. So we are going to print it. So what is the logic? We are passing the supplier number to LFA1 table and get the supplier address details. So these are all the supplier address details. Okay, If you enter, so then you'll get more clear details. So this is we are passing, right, and this is we are getting. So these are all the outputs, or we can mention like this. This is input. Okay, this is input, and this is output. So again, we'll get detailed informations, right? We can bold also. That is good. Okay, so like that, so we can able to write down the logic so that everyone can understand, right? So step number 2 we have completed. So next we are going for step number 3. So now pass the address number and get the, okay, so there is a mail address details. Suppose if you are maintaining any mail ID, so then we can able to go for this table. Okay, so what is that? There is address number from LFA1 ADRNR and pass to ADRC table. Okay, number LFA1 and get mail ID details from ADRC table. So this is high level I'm giving. So you just check, mail ID. You can maintain the supplier mail ID and all. So then you can able to check this. Okay. So next, yeah. So this is the way. So we need to write the logic here. Okay. So next we will see. This is the quotation reference number. Okay. So this is the purchase order number printing. This is the date EKKO. These are all the EKKO table you'll be getting. So directly they are printing. So quotation reference number, there is a EKKO ANGNR, right? So that is a quotation reference number. So next at the pass PO number to get the quotation number. Okay. So here there is a EKPO AFNR. So pass quotation number and get the vendor quotation number. So this actually, suppose this purchase order, we are receive the quotation from vendor, right? So we have the RFQ quotation comparison, then we are converting into purchase order. So now they want to print, so with reference to which quotation you are printing the purchase order. So in this case you have to get the quotation reference number and you need to print in the PO printout. Okay, so that is the logic they have given. Pass PO number, right? So to get the quotation number. Okay, so pass quotation number and get the vendor quotation number. So there is a EKKO ANGNR is a vendor quotation number. So we need to first, what happen, you need to get the quotation number with reference to PO. What is the quotation number? So then you have to go inside the quotation number. What is the reference number? That is the ANGNR is the field. Okay, so then okay, reference number they have given EKPO BANFN. So this is nothing but like item level. This is the quotation number, right? Okay, so then there is a site. So this is nothing but your the plant address. Okay, so the plant will be getting from EKPO. This is not EBLN, right? EKPO. EKPO is the item table, and pass the then pass this plant, right? Suppose IN01 is the plant, so pass to T001W. So you'll be getting the name one of the plant. So next we have different type of purchase order. So I told you type of purchases. So we can category or item category or account assignment category also you can classify. For example, if it is asset PO, if your account assignment category belongs to A, so then we called as asset PO. And if your item category equal to D, so then we called as a service PO. If your item category belongs to U, it called as a STO PO. So like that also you can design. So end of the day, logically you have to think what are the different document type. So whether document type wise we can able to restrict, or whether item item category level also if you want to classify, so then you have to write down like that. Okay, so all the information will be there in the table level, so you need to use that logic. So next there is a purchase order item details. Okay, so item details, what happened, so we have the material number, right? So EKPO is the let's see, we will see the item details also. Let's say our purchase order number is okay, so this is our PO, right? Yeah, so next we'll go for the item details. Item details, I think we need to log in. Right, so we have SC16N So before that, we'll open the PO number ME23N. See this, I'm just explaining for MM, so it's the same concept for all the module also. Okay, but still I will explain you individually also. So now we take the PO number and I want to check. Okay, so this is one of the material I have used. Suppose if I have multiple material, so I can able to use the multiple material also, right? I'll copy. So let me take RM12. I don't think so. RM. I'll just add to two line item. Okay, so now I'm just creating two line item in the PO. Okay, so let me see. Let's say I'm just put some payment terms also in the PO, right? So payment terms, save the PO now. So now I'm going to pass the PO number. This is the purchase order number. Go to item table. So what is the item table? EK PO, right? EK PO is the purchase order item table. So here you can able to pass the PO number. Okay, so we can pass the purchase order number. Okay, I think stuck up. I think server is have a little slow. So now we will be getting two line items. Okay, so we have two material in the EKPO, right? So we have two materials. Express document failed. What is that express document? Okay, so we take this PO. So whether it is updated or not, let's see. So now there is a updated error is there. Okay, no problem. So okay, so let's still take the purchase order number. Go to table, EKPO, just pass the purchase order number. So we will get the purchase order item details, right? So purchase order, suppose if you want to change the disk, field name, then you can go and change it. So we have the extras, change settings, technical name. So then you will get the technical name of the purchase orders, right? So we have, this is the purchase order number, item number 10. Okay, so then we have the name. So even no need to go for MAKT, directly you can take the description from EKPO also, right? TXZ01. So this is the description of the material, then material number. So then we have the plant name, storage location name, right? And unit of measurements, right? MEINS for the unit of measurements. So then we have a basic price to NETPR, and so here also you'll get the price, but if you want to go detailed price, then you have to go for PRCD elements. I'll show you how the PRCD elements works. Okay, so this is the net price and this is the total price. So we'll go to EKKO. So how we can able to get the condition record number? Okay, so one purchase order have one condition record number, KNUMV. Okay, so this is called KNUMV. Control C this. Go to table called PRCD elements. So this PRCD elements nothing but your purchase order item details. For example, there is a conditions, right? So you have a basic price. Okay, you have a suppose any freight charges also. Let's see if you have any freight charges. Okay, so if you have any freight charges, okay, but PO is not allowing to, okay, you cannot enter because already the purchase order have done the GRM, so we cannot able to add any yeah. Okay, so now we are going to get the header level, so we are getting the PO number and getting the condition record number, right? So condition record number, how we are going to get it? KNUMV, right? There is a field called KNUMV. So now go to PRCD PRCD elements. Okay, so this is a table, so you have to pass the condition number. Suppose if you want to fetch the item number of the PO, you can give item number 10. Suppose PO have multiple item, so no need to give any item number. Okay, but you will get the list of item number wise, you will get the condition record number. So here there is a basic price is the right. So now BBXX. So what is the price? So they have given, there is a, so 100 is the price. So what is the price they have given? Okay, this is like a let's say I'll give 100. Okay, let it be the same also, no problem. But when you're saving, it's not reflecting that. Okay, so 100, refresh. Okay, so this is for the 100. Okay, so you can able to calculate the total price also you will be getting here. Suppose you have another condition type called discount or A01, right? So then you have a freight charges FRA, so you can able to fetch each line item. Okay, or you can able to get the header level also. Suppose if you are maintaining in the header level, so system will not maintain the, there is a item, this item number will be empty, so header level also you can able to fetch. So this is a table, we can get all the pricing related informations, right? Okay, so next we are going to print the payment terms, right? Suppose we have a payment terms. Okay, so now 0001 is the payment terms, right? So there is a table name called TVZBT, right? Yes. Okay, so here we are giving the payment terms. So how we are going to get the payment terms? So if you are going to EKKO, pass the PO number, right? So we are going to get the payment terms, right? So 0001. So this is the payment terms. So you take the payment terms, then you go to TVZBT. Okay. So TVZBT is the table where you have to pass the payment terms 0001. So now you will get the description of the payment terms. Okay, so here they have given your language is English, pay immediately without deduction. So suppose there is a 60 days payment terms or 45 days payment terms or 30% advance, so like that there are so many payment terms, right? So so you cannot print directly in the PO printout only for 0001. So because this information available in our EKKO header level table, so now we need to pass the TVZBT, right? We have to pass the payment terms and get the text. So then you have to go for one more table, right? So now we are linking EKKO is the table, we are getting the payment terms, and TVZBT we are getting the description of the payment terms, right? So like that we are going to get it. So now these details also you need to maintain in the same format. Okay, So here I have explained very clearly. Same way everyone can able to prepare your FS. So step number 1, just explain. So what you are going to pass, okay, pass. So here you are passing the PO number and getting the supplier number, okay. So yes, so this is step number 1. So what is the step number 2? Passing the supplier number and getting the supplier address details, right? So LFA1 is the table, we are getting supplier address details. So this is the input, right, and this is the output. So like that, if you mention, so it will be very easy for us. So this is not a complicated. So only thing is we should know the table. What is the table number 1? So what is the table number 2, right? For example, EKQ is the table. So then we have a LFA1, that is another table, right? So from EKQ, so there are multiple tables are connecting, right? So TVZBT also connecting, PRCD elements also connecting. So all the information available from EKQ. Suppose the condition record number, right? So for pricing element, so this condition record number will be updated in the header level table, KNUMV. So we have to get the condition record number, then pass to PRCD underscore elements table, get the list of condition types. So same way, getting the payment terms from EKKO table, 0001 is the payment terms, passing to TVZBT, getting the payment term description. So like that, getting the PO number from EKKO, pass to EKET table, and we are getting the delivery details, right? So like that, the EKKO table is a source table. So from there, all the header, whatever information you want to get from there and pass to another table. So like a vendor number also you are getting. So get the vendor number from EKKO, pass to LFA1. So get the condition record number from EKKO, pass to PRCD underscore elements. So get the payment terms from EKKO, pass to TVZBT table. So like that, so many, this EKKO is the connecting table. So this is the base table, right? So based on that, you have to fetch the data, pass to another table, get the required data. So that is what we have explained here, right? So here EKKO is the supplier number and passing to LFA1 table, right? So like that, payment terms also. So what is the pay? So you have to mention, so like a payment terms, print the payment terms. So pass payment terms to TVZ table. So step number 1, so getting the payment terms. So step number 2, pass payment term to payment terms and get the payment terms descriptions. So like that, you have to specify. So then it will be easy, people can look into your efforts, so they will easily understand, right? So these details, okay. So this is for general purchase order printouts. So like that, even reports or enhancement, anything, so logic will be common for all the kind of RICEF objects, okay. So only thing is what kind of transaction you are performing. Suppose you are, now we are working in the table, PO, right? So now what all the tables are there, so what purpose we are connecting. So like that, there are 10 plus 15 plus tables we have, connecting tables are there. But what is our requirements? Based on that, we are going to preparing the functional specifications, okay. So same thing like a material master. Suppose you have some kind of reports you want to write down. So right, so in reports, then we talk about the material master, right? So material master, let's say we have a 10 different tables. So all the 10 different tables, so we are going to connecting table number 1. So that is also we will see the next sessions, okay. So how the reports we are going to connect it. So that is only for material master level. So like this is for the purchase order. So same, now we are discussing about so many tables, right? EKKO, EKPO, LFA1, LFB1, and payment terms, TVZBT, and plant details like a T01W, T001W table for plant. So like that, multiple tables are there related to purchase order printout, right? Same way, if you talk about your supplier master or you talk about material master, again there are 5 to 10 tables are there. So as a consultant, we need to understand what are the tables. So one supplier master connecting with 5 to 10 tables. One material master connecting with 5 to 10 tables. So why it is connecting 5 to 10 tables? Because so many informations are there, right? So every material master we have so many fields, right? So many views. So basic data, MARA table, and accounting related table, MBW table, and MRP related table, some MARC table. So like that, every view there is own tables. So batch related information, MCHA table. So like that, serial number table. So again, serial number, it will be another table. So single material master connecting with 10 different table. So what if you do any kind of enhancement, this enhancement belongs to which view? Suppose MRP, then go to MRC table related field, you have to play with that. So if you are working with a basic data related, if you are doing some enhancements, then you have to play with Mara table. What is the field you are going to enhance? So like that you have to do. So the concept is same. Okay, so the concept is same. So how we are going to fetch the logic? Okay, so this is the general information. So how the functional specification has to be prepared for the forms. Okay, so next we will go for sales order also. So quickly, so the same way, sales order also, right? The same functional specifications format we are going to use it. So here we are going to change. Okay, so here supply, sales order details. So here you have to explain. So as a functional consultant job, you have to write down more story. Okay, so just I have given very short details here, but you have to explain about what is sales order, so why sales order is required, so what all the informations we are going to print in the sales order. So after creation of the sales order, so like that you have to write down. So you put it in some keywords and you'll get more information. So you just update all the business related information. What is the benefit of sales order printout? So what are the information you can able to print? What is the prerequisites? So right, all the information you can able to explain here. So then we are going to uh, okay, sales order. So this is something like same. Okay, so this is also the layout will be almost same only. So only the information we are going to be printed different actually. Okay, now we are going to print the customer address details. Okay, customer address details. So how the customer address detail we are, see here it is called as a vendor address, right? So now we need to be called as a customer. If it is a sales order, it should be a customer address details. So layout almost same. So now what we are going to do, select name on street, city, postal code from customer number KNA1 from, right? So where my customer number equal to VBAK KNA. So here how we talk about purchase order, there is a EKKO, EKPO. The same way for sales order also we have a VBAK, VBAP. Okay, what is VBAK? So VBAK is the header table, VBAP is the item table. So like that item overview is there. Again there is a sales order payment time is there. So like that the same way there is a different table. Okay, so same way like a condition record, like a basic price, net price also we have the different table. So we have to use it here. Okay, so first we are going to pause name on street, city, postal code from the customer. KNA1 is the customer table, KNA1, KNB1. So like that we have same thing, like we have a LFA1, LFB1, LFC1, right? Same way KNA1, B1, C1, like that for customer master. Okay, so only thing is you have to experiment, you have to work, you have to just analyze what all the fields. So you create one customer master, then go to the table. You create one asset master, go to the table. So you need to correlate, technically if you want to become a technically, if you want to sound, so you should know all the table. So how you can able to address, first you have to create one transaction, then go to SE16N, check what is the table for my asset master or invoice number. Suppose you are posted one invoice number, right? So how you can able to get the invoice details? I'll show you now those details also. So now this is for the sales order related information, right? So now what is the step number 2? Getting the sales order details. Okay, what are the details they are getting? So they want sales order number, sales order date, sales organization, right? From the table VBAK. This is a header table. So where my EBLN? So VBLN is nothing but sales order number equal to VN. So this is like a sales order number from this is structure you will be getting, right? So once you from the sales order only you are going to get all the details. Okay, so why they are going to into ITVB? So this is little technically, so they will write down like that. Okay, so but still I will explain you. This is a field name. Okay, what are the field name? So sales order number, date, and the sales organization, and document type from the table VBAK, where sales order number equal to my VBAK sales order number. So let's open one sales order also now. So we'll take some VA05, right? We'll take list of sales order. We'll go to sales organization number. Just give your sales organization execute. Or if you want to get any document type, so that is also you can able to restrict, right? So there is a order type OR. Okay, so if you have your own document type, you can give it. So system will give list of sales order. Sold to party. sales order number. Okay, so let me take the last sales order 514. Okay, so this is the sales order. Okay, so they have created. So now, so same way, like this is the header details, right? If you go to header, so these are all the header level informations. Okay, so we have VBAK, we'll be getting that. So if you go to sales, okay, what is the sales area? So okay, and these are all the information we'll be getting from VBAK table. So let's go to VBAK table, pass to sales order number 514, right? SC16N, go to VBAK. So here 512 is the sales order number, right? So here you'll be getting so all the informations, right? What all the information you are getting? Sales order number, and when we are creating the sales order, and who is the user is created, and what is the document date, what is the sales order document type, so what is the currency, what is the sales organization, distribution channel, division, right? So still what all the informations we can get it. Okay, so there is a pricing procedure. So then we can customer reference, we are getting telephone number, sold to party, currency. So these are all the informations we are getting from VBAK table. So I told you there is a header level information we are getting from VBAK. Okay, so now you want to get the item level informations, right? Okay, what is the item level information? So we called as a VBAP, right? VBAP for item level information. So pass to sales order number. So now you will get the number of line items. Okay, suppose in your sales order have 10 line item, you will be getting 10 different line items here. So here what all the information we are printing? The item number, material, right? So we have the material group, material description, item category. Okay, so we are printing order quantity, unit of measurements, right? So we have a gross weight, net weight also. If you want to print it, you can print. So then your plant, right? Okay, so here once you go through this, then you can go and technically also you just change it here. Okay, so there is a technical general okay, where basic settings, right? Change settings. Okay, so here just go to technical name, right? So then you can able to say once again you execute, you just memorize the fields. So again more importance. So as SD consultant, so you should know, so what is the sales order number VBLN, so POSNR for item number, MATNR for material number. So like that at least 10 to 15 fields you have to remember. Okay, when I'm talk about EKKO or EKPO table, so MM consultants, you should know at least minimum 10 to 15 fields. Okay, what is the PO number, so what is the PO document date, and what is the vendor name. So these are all the technical name, you should know that, right? So these are all the interview point of view. If somebody is asking, tell me what is the, again they will ask what is the number, maximum number, right? So in purchase order number you cannot say 5 character, right? It's a 10 character. So that is also you have to get to know that. So definitely if you are working, in that keeps on you practice, you will get to know that. So every field, what is the number of characters, right? Suppose you have invoice number, right? Any invoice number, like a vendor invoice or customer invoice, whatever invoice, right? Or even not, I mean um, FI invoice, right? So that number will be 10 characters. So maybe you can give 5 numbers also, but SAP they have given the length of the character is 10. So that you should know that. So that is what I'm asking the purchasing group also. So they are mentioned there are 4 characters, but in SAP purchasing group is only 3 characters. So how you can design 4 character? So again that is wrong. So like that, but some field the SAP given let's say for 40 character for material number. Okay, so earlier it was 18 character. Now SAP given 40 character for Mathner. So now you can give 5 numbers also, but more than 40 you cannot give. So we should know what is the number of length for the material number, what is the number of length for your vendor master, or number of length for your purchase order, invoice number, sales order, production order, like that. Okay. So now I think you guys understand. So how we are going to fetch the table. So next we will go for the the logic also. So here I told you there is a VBAK, here is a sales order header level, we are going to fetch the data. So next we are going to fetch the sales order details, item details. Okay, so this is like a item numbers, right? These are all the item details. So sorry, this is the header only, so we are passing to VBAK. So next we are going to get the sales order item details. Okay, so item details belongs to VBAP, correct? So why into, so why where, so these things and all I will repeat you. So I'm selecting the field material number. Okay, so then I'm selecting for ERKTX, then REQ quantity underscore BU. This is the unit of measurement net price, right? So these are all the field number I'm selecting from which table? VBAP. This is a sales order item table. So where? What is my conditions? Okay, my purchase sales order number equal to my V underscore VB. So I'm passing the sales order number here. Okay. So into IT underscore VBAP, which means these records. Suppose one sales order have 100 line item. For all the 100 line item, data will be saved under the internal table. So that is what they are using, into internal table equal to underscore VBAP. So you can give any name here. XYZ also you can give. Okay. So for understanding, internal table underscore your table name. VBAP is the table name, right? So we have designed like that. So like that, every step by step you have to write down your query like that. Okay, so this is little technical, but I mentioned like purchase order wise, like step 1, step 2, step 3. Then you can mention field name, table name, field name, description. So that would be sufficient for us. Okay. So step number 4. So getting the sales order header text details. Okay, header text, how we can able to get it? So I told you there is a functional module called read underscore text. Okay, so here they are passing your text ID, they are passing the language, they are passing the sales order number. This is for the object is nothing but VBAK, right? So after that, we are going to get the details. So this is like a sales order item text, header text, terms and conditions, right? So how we will get the text actually? Suppose if we go to sales order, yeah, okay. So if you go to text, right? If you go to text, here is the right. Suppose you have, there is a text field and there is a terms and condition. You can also customize these text fields, right? Let me take internal node. Okay, so here I'm just let's say terms and conditions. So here there are let's say for 10 lines. Okay, terms and conditions. So here there are 10 lines, terms and conditions are there. You are writing one, 2, 3, 4 like that, writing the terms and conditions. So now for this sales order, you need to print in your printout, right? If you save the sales order, okay, so now just double click on that, then go to header, then there is a text, right? Go to text. So now, so this information is updated. So how you can able to get the technical name, right? Technical name, how you can able to get it? So I need ID, I need language, I need name, I need object. So better I will just open one more transaction. So that is called SM37. Okay, SM37 for functional module, right? So read underscore text if you are using. Okay, SE37. Okay, so go to SE37, then read underscore text. Okay, so this is for any, even MM, SD, FIPP, everywhere this common functional model, wherever text is there, but you need to pass the exact detail, input details. Okay, if you execute this functional module, so these are all the input data, right? Import parameter is nothing but your input data. Table is nothing but it will fetch all the output. Okay, once you are executed this function module, once you given the record input data, so here there is a ID is there, right? So what is the ID? So here I'll go to sales order, just double click on this. Okay, so now this is the text, right? So now we need to okay, so one second. So this is, go to header. Okay, so these are all the details actually. So this is your sales order number, text name, right? So you go to now SE37. So here there is a ID. Okay, what is the ID here? So text ID is nothing but TX01, right? Control C. You pass to text ID, you pass to language English, the name. What is the name actually? Sales order. Okay, right? This is your sales order number. So you have to pass the complete number. So then there is an object. What is the object actually? VBBK, right? So you have to pass the VBBK also. So now, so once you execute that, so you will be getting the output details actually, right? So this is the output actually. So here there are paragraph also they will write down. So this will be available only through functional module only we can get it. Okay, so now this output we are going to get from the functional model. There is a TD line. So they will ABAP, they will fetch this detail. They will print wherever they want in the sales order printout. They will print it. Okay. Yeah. So this is for read underscore text functional module. So what is the information is required for read underscore text? Sorry. Yeah. So we need this 4 information. You need the text ID, you need the language, you need the name, you need the object. Okay. So with help of this text ID, we are going to pass to import parameter, right? So then we are going to get the table as output. Okay. So from there we are going to print it. So that in sales order layout you have to tell, okay, this is the terms and condition. So you pass the functional module this input and get the output and print it in the terms and condition in sales order. And there is a payment terms also is there, right? Payment terms generally directly table you are getting wherever text, header level text or item level text, right? So even material master long text or asset master long text or supplier master, customer master long text. So these are all the information we are using common functional module. Okay. So everywhere you just double click on that, you will get one window, go to header. So then you will get that list of input parameters, right? So that input parameters you have to pass it. Okay, next there is a roles and authorization. Okay, what is roles and authorization? So here same way creation of sales order VA01. So expected results, right? Then change sales order. What is the T code expected result? Then print sales order. So what is the expected result? Okay, so these informations you have to mention here. So then this is a layout already we have discussed. So then here there are list of table KNA1 for customer master, VBAK, VBAP for sales order, read underscore text for your functional model, right? This information you have to maintain. So this is wrong actually. Sales order we have to display here. Okay. So here also we mention Control F. We put sales order. Okay, so now execute sales order individually or execute sales order collectively. Okay, so these are all the test cases actually. So you have to mention the test case also. So now this generic information only, nothing is rocket science here. So generic information, first we should know you create one sales order. So check header level, what is the information you are getting. So item level info where you are getting the informations. So payment terms where you are getting this. So all the header level you have the data. Okay, payment terms will be there, customer number will be there, sold to party will be there, right? And condition pricing procedure is there, condition records. So all the information will be getting from VBAK, right? Same way in sales order, in purchase order we call it as a EKKO. So item level, so we are going to print all the list of line item of the sales order VBAP. So now you want to print the payment terms, right? So purchase order we are using TVZBT, right? But here the so for so customer master same way like VBAK you have to get it, then you have to pass to the payment types table. So like that, read underscore text, this is for the header text, item text, master data long text, right? So all the information we are getting from read underscore text functional module. Okay, so like that one by one table you just execute that. So what I'm just expecting from individual, like you are MM or SD or FICO consultant, so you prepare one table. Okay, so how I will share one sample template. So first table number 1, so like your GL master. Okay, so GL master, okay, SKA1, SKA2 or something, like whatever table is there I'm passing, and what is the input, what is the output. So like that you have to just print the table also. Maybe for a better understanding I will just show you. This is like quickly I will just show you. Okay, let's say for material master, right? So material master I'm just printing okay, Mara table, right? So just for general information, material master I'm printing RM. Let me put material type. Material type is belongs to ROH. Okay, so let's, if you are executing, okay, this is my input parameter, I'm getting the output of the table, right? So here how I'm just expecting from you, suppose this is one of the batch management. Okay, so I'll just update in that table here. I will explain about this document also. Okay, for example, tables, right? So this is for material master. Okay, material masters, general information. Okay, so what is the table for Mara table? Okay, what is the input you are passing? Input I'm passing like material number, right? Material number. Then material type also I can filter. What is the material type, right? Then I can go material group also I can give. Okay, so material group. So you have to specify the field name also here. MATNR is material number. MATKL is for MTART for material type. MATKL for material group. Okay, so this is the input. So what are the output you are going to get it, right? So output of the material. So what are the output you are going to get? Material number. Just no need to specify all the table, right? So if I go to the table, so what all the information you are getting? Okay, so we have a material number and we have a creation date. So what is generic information is required. So don't print all the information. So we need material number and we need creation date, right? And which user ID they created this material. So then we have to print what is the material type, what is the material group, what is the unit of measurement. So like that, hardly 10 fields, not more than 10 fields. So these information, so you have to maintain like material number, right? So you are going to print the material number, then material description. This is more important. Material description, then unit of measurements, right? Or you can say UOM, right? Unit of measurements, material type, material group. So then created by created on. So like that, what all the info more important, so you have to put here. So material number, what is the MATNR? Material description, MAKTX or something. MAKTX is for MAKTX. Just check that field, unit of measurements, right? MAINS. So like that material. So already I have explained. You just put to that description also, or put make it one common template. So put. Okay, so like that you just prepare and put the screenshot also. So you can prepare the screenshot. So this is the output of the screenshot, right? So take one screenshots. Okay, so this is for my output of the table. So here before that, okay, so just you can able to click on this. Okay, so this is sufficient. So just okay, copy this field. So this is the output tables. Okay, so I'll go to so this is the output, right? So just mention that control V, you can correct it. So yeah, so then what is the input? So input also you need to take it, right? Go back. So take this is my material type. So material group also you can give. So okay, just to take as a one screenshot, right? Take the screenshot. So then you can able to take the screenshot here, right? You can go here. So this is my input. So like that I'm expecting everyone. So first you start with your master data. One by one you can take and prepare one document like that. So then if within a day you cannot expertise all the tables. So definitely it will take minimum a week time. So you plan 1 or 2 days for all the master data. So then you can go for the invoice creation or payment clearing, right? Or customer invoice or vendor invoice. So only the document type going to be changed. So table will be the same. So you take what is the field name, input parameter is required, what is the output. So mention what is the output field name, at least 5 to 10 field you remember, so that you'll be expertise. So the functional specification point of view, it will be helpful for you. Okay, so I'm just explain here. So this is like material master, or even you can say GL master or vendor master or customer master. So I told you, you create one master data. So minimum 3 to 5 tables will be there. Then you can execute one by one. So what is the main table, right? General data. So Mara is the main table. Same thing like a vendor master is there. So customer master is there. There are so many table is there. BUT00, BUT100, LFA1, LFB1, LFC1, like that. Vendor master, so many. Now I think there is a business partner itself, they have 5 to 10 tables are there. No need to go all the table. So you should know while create one vendor master, you should know what is the role, right? So only there are three different type of information we are maintaining in the vendor master or customer master, right? So what are the three different type of information? So general data, purchase organization data, company code data. So these three table is sufficient for us, right? Same way customer also, customer general data, customer sales organization data, customer company code wise data. So those three table is sufficient. So just you execute, create one transaction, just execute the table, then print the address details. Okay, so just I given the sample data for your understanding. So like that, all the table you just print and mention the field name also. Why I'm just mentioning all the,
Basically, from a FI side, can you show something?
yeah, if I said also we will see that's a GL master, we will see that.
Okay.
So GL master, or you can go for invoice. Okay, suppose you created the invoice, right? So invoice also you can go for BKBF. Okay, BKBF is the invoice. BK, not BP, right? So BKPF.
PPF.
So this is for the accounting document, right? So suppose if you want to execute the company code, so then you will pass the company code or chart of account, whatever that input data, you can look into that. Okay, there is a company code is there. So then you can able to what other information you can able to reference is there. Okay, so anyway, first we will execute, we will get the data, and even physical year also you can give here. Okay, so here, so this is like your company code, this is your invoice number, physical year, and this is like your document type, right? So this is the different type of document type, invoice creation date. So let me go to the you know text, so that you will come to know this. Then later you can change into technical fields. Okay, so company code, document number, year, document type, date, posting date, right? Entered on. So this is like username, right? So which user they have created. So this is like your transaction code here, right? So this is the reference number. While create the invoice, you'll be maintaining the reference number, right? So those details also you are going to get it here. So this is for the header level informations, right? So if you want to go for item level information, then BSEG, actually BSEG is the table. So you have to execute. Again, you can pass company code. If you have a specific information, if you want to pass specific document types, then you have to, there are two different tables, right? Header level, so there is a document type you have to filter, then item level you have to pass those document type specific invoice, you have to pass to item level, then you will print the list of invoices. Suppose if it is a without AP or AR invoice, you will get GL specific description, right? Suppose you are paying any kind of telephone expenses or any kind of office rent expenses, so that GL description you can able to be printed in your invoice print. Okay, so that is also, we'll see, I have that layout also. Let me open the invoice print. Okay, so here is the, right? So this is one of the sample invoice for the FICO, right? So suppose this is a AP invoice, right? So accounts, they have done the purchase order, they have created the goods GRN, then there is a invoice verification, right? So suppose now FICO side they want to print it, right? So this invoice, the logo of the company, so then bill from and bill to. Okay, so bill to, you can mention the your vendor address details, right? And here what is the invoice number and invoice date. So these are all the information we discussed, right? BKPF header level table you will be getting here. So bill to, so this is a vendor, right? So vendor will be no, this is actually for okay, bill to means this is like AP AC, account receivable invoice. Okay, so bill to bill from, so you have to mention bill to your customer details, you have to maintain name, already we discussed, right? KNA1 is the table. If you go to BKPF, BKPF, you will get the customer number, right? So take the customer number, go to KNA1, and you get all the name, one street, city, pin code, all the address details you can print it here. And this is for the invoice header level data, right? So you can go to the BKPF invoice header level, you get pass the invoice number, you will get all the date, due date, right? All the information you will be getting here. So next there is a item level, right? So this is for the item number. So this item, this is nothing but line item. So suppose this is accounts receivable payable invoice, there is a material. If it is a FI invoice for FI vendor invoice, FI customer invoice, there is a GL description will be there. Okay, so you will be getting the GL description, right? So GL code will be there. You have to get the GL description, whether what kind of expenses that you need to be printed. So this is the material related invoice, like a payable or receivable. So here we have to print the material number, right? Description of the material, quantity, unit of measurements, net price. So and subtotal VAT. So KSA region we have 5% VAT, and then you can able to subtotal we can print it, right? So now we have to master in the table. Okay, so we should be masterized in the table. So as I told you, start with master data, create your GL master. GL master is, I think, SKA1, I guess. Let me check. Okay, GL account master data. So chart of account related information. So, okay, suppose chart of account is IN01. Suppose in IN01, how many GL account we have created? 196 GL account we have created, right? So this is SKA1. We will be getting past the chart of account. So you'll get the list of table. I mean list of your GL masters, right? So you'll get the GL informations, right? So the description of the GL. So this is the your master data. So next, if you go to for SKA1, SKB1, I guess, right? SKB1 for GL account master company code wise, right? So here, if you pass IN01, right? If you go to executes, so now we have 134 GL accounts are there. So this for company code wise, you will get more details, right? You have the currency, sort fields, right? So you have the fields status group will be there, right? And who created, which, when they have created. So all the details will be getting from SKA1, SKB1. Let's see SKC1 also. It is there, no. Okay, so company code chart of account only, right? So not plant wise, profit center wise and all. So anyhow, so these two table will be, you can execute and you'll get the so now we can able to get any customized report also based on SKA1, SKB1. You can merge the table. We will see the next session also how we can able to design the we can able to print two different table, right? How to merge, or we call it as a inner join, outer join, left inner join, right outer join. So these are all technically they will used. So but as a functional consultant, so you have to link these two table, right? So pass the information from table number 1 to table number 2 and get field number 1, field number 2, field number 3. So this is the logic, right? So we have to design our logic as we have discussed. So we need to prepare the functional specifications. Okay, so anyway, it's a general discussion I have explained, but what I'm expecting from you, so as a lead, so please initiate, like I think we have all the lead people also join here. So MM or FI or SD, I think we have one person. So please start with your master data. If you are a SD consultant, start with your customer master. So what is the table? If you put it in Google, you'll get so many tables are there, but how to execute the table, you should know that. That is what I just explained now, right? So suppose you created one customer, and this customer you extended to sales organization, and this customer you extended to company code. Now you have a three different tables. Okay, so three different bits. This is a minimum table, but still there are more tables. But at least these three table data you have to fetch it. Okay, so what is the general table? So okay, from BUT 00 is there, BUT 100 is there. This is the business partner level table. So then LFA1, LFB1, LFC1 for your vendor master related. This is ECC related table, but still S4HANA also we are using those table. And same thing customer master also KNA1, KNB1, KNC1. This is also from ECC side table. So still we are using, but S4HANA side I told you there is a BUT 000, BUT 01, BUT 100. So all the BUT series table belongs to business partner. So that is also you can able to execute. You can get the list of tables, but take some time. So just 1 hour you cannot experiment everything. So you have to minimum 3 hours, 4 hours you have to work, so that you will get the list of tables, what are the fields, as I told you, what is the number of characters. So no need to go whether it is a character or whether it is a numerical. So that level technical people they will take care, but at least, so I'm not say asking all the field you have to go what is the number of character, whether it is a numeric or whether it's a characters. At least specific, that is invoice number or material number or purchase order number, sales order number, right? Or vendor number. So these field, at least what is the number of character we know, but still table level also you can check that field. Okay, so how you will get table number, table level wise, go to, there is a table name called SC11, right? Go to SC11. you just pass SK A1. So now you can get it your GL master, right? So this is for chat up account. Chat up account, what is that? 4 characters, right? So this is a 4 characters, and this is like your GL account number, maximum 10 characters. But you can define input, number range is 5 characters, 6 characters, 7 characters. I mean 7 length, not a character length. But standard SAP given 10. But if you want to design more than 10 characters in length, system will not accept. Okay. So these are all the specific field. You just go there. I don't want to see every field what is the number of character, right? If you go one table, maximum 3 to 5 field will be more unique field. So you should know what is the field name and what is the number of characters. So you should know that as a consultant, you should know that. Okay. Anyway, I think I quickly I'll finish out the third one. There is a process I just shown here. I'm expecting from all the consultants you have to prepare your document in such a way. This is one of the process called batch management configurations, right? I prepared the configuration plus process steps also. Okay, so all the documents. See, apart from your organization structure, so I don't want any process to be merged in the organization structure. Your org structure should be only org structure related information. So make sure all the configuration, right, your general global settings, chart of account related settings, right, all the settings you have to make it in single document itself. Don't miss any configuration in the configuration document. Okay, but after the configuration document you completed, let's say you talk about customer master creation or GL master creation or vendor master or customer master creation, so you need to prepare the configuration step by step. Okay, take this template, mention your client name and your consultant also. Who is the consultant? You just mention your consultant. So here index page we have the detailed information, right? So this is for the batch management configuration. So we have the batch determination, what all the step-by-step configuration is required, right? So they have mentioned here. So after the step-by-step configuration, now they are going to execute the process also, right? So here you can see there is a sales order creation, right? So before that there is a how much stock, the material, how much batch stock is there, that is one of the transaction. After that they are creating the sales order. So process wise it is the 3 or 4 steps only, but prior to that you have to make sure what all the configuration related to the batch management, the same steps we have prepared here. Okay, so make sure each and every process, either it's a FICO or SD or MM, so we need configuration first, then you have to execute the process execution. So then you have to mention sales order or purchase order, then step by step process you have to be executed. Okay, so they have explained here higher level. I will share this document also for reference. So these are all the configurations. Okay, step by step configuration for batch management. So make sure the same thing your index page also can be used. Suppose you want to create one more thing, just copy paste. Or suppose just one example, suppose I want to do one more heading here. So most of them they are struggling how to print it. So let's say this is one of the header text you are printing. So just you copy this. There is an option will be there, right? Yeah, so just form painter. So do like this, so automatically the header will come, right? So this is basic, I think everyone knows that, but just make sure header should be there for all the pages. Okay, so I'll just remove this. Yeah, control Z, right? So this is that, because when we see the index pages, right, so we will see only here only whether what all the configuration you have done. So we are not going to see your 10-30 pages documents, right? So I'll see this document. Okay, this is step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, right? So what is the process execution? Okay, stock overview report, sales order creation, outbound delivery, then how the batch they are going to determine here. After that, how the post goods issue we are going to do, right? So this information is sufficient. So definitely yes, we have to go detail, but make sure your index pages have looks like this. Okay, so use the same document so that you can able to without any layout changes you will get it right. So finally they are executing, right? So start with yeah, your, let's say these are all the process. Here itself the process starts, right? Material stock overview report, there is a MMBE, right? You just mention the T code also if it is required. MMBE transaction, right? MMBT code. This is sales order creation. So you put like CVA01, right? Then outbound delivery creations, right? So this is for VL01N, okay, or 2N. You just mention here. So then wherever you do, you just mark it actually, right? So here there is a batch determinations. So for that, go to batch determination, then without class. So now your batch number will be copied here, right? So automatically system will generate So already there are 3 batches are there, but our requested quantity 10. System is generated the first expiry, first out. That is a sort rule we have designed based on the your batch number is generated. So after that we are going to do post goods issue. So now your PGA document number is getting posted, right? See, this is your term. So like that. So we have to. I'll just finish here. Okay, right? So like that, I'm just expecting from everyone. So what I'm expecting first, so whatever the process, right? But still I'm expecting all the configuration should be in a single document. Okay, maybe day by day you are doing, just add it. So most of them, they are not sharing any configuration document. So please share your configuration document with the index page also, more important. Okay, the step by step should be there. And definitely configuration document cannot be completed within a day or within a week. It will be ongoing activity, right? Maybe it will take next 20 days, maybe you can able to work on that. So keep it, this configuration document daily basis, what all the configuration you have done, put a header, take the screenshot, update your configuration document. Okay, and process, this is one of the configuration come process. Okay, I don't want only process we need. Suppose you are executing on invoice, so what is the prerequisite for this invoice? So you have the document number, you have the number range assignment, and you have, if you have any other settings, so take those configuration settings first, then process execution, right? So you take the screenshot like how this document I have prepared, and here the table wise also, this is one of the input I'm expecting from, I think, so tomorrow or day after tomorrow I'll ask the, Rafi, or I will ask from Ashwin, or Siju. So just make sure you can, train up your other subordinate. Make sure everyone preparing. So it's not like only you. The whole team has to aware how to prepare, how to execute the table. Just connect one time also. Whenever they have half an hour time, just quickly just explain. So make sure everybody aware of this process, how to execute the table, how to prepare the document, right? So I'm just explaining. This is
Sir, for
for
the FI configuration document, I already created and shared on the drive.
yeah, that's what I'm telling. So that drive, it's fine, but keep updates. Okay,
So have a look on that, sir. Any feedback for that? Or
we will
should I
see.
use that one or this one?
Yeah, we will see that. We will connect again, no problem. Maybe tomorrow Saturday, I mean, tomorrow is Friday, right?
Or
Okay,
this
we'll
Friday?
connect. Yeah, tomorrow we'll go through that. So just make sure everyone, so not only you just request others also prepare in such a way that,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah,
No,
okay,
just
say.
asking, just I'm
Yeah,
informing that already it is been done and ready.
okay,
Whatever the settings is configured on the system, it is uploaded on the document.
okay.
Uh,
So same thing
I
for
can,
yeah, same
for
thing.
briefly, I can share my screen. Shall I show you
Yeah,
right now?
we will connect tomorrow. So because already time's up now, so more than one and a
Okay.
half hours, I think.
Yeah, already I have uploaded on the drive. However, I
We'll
can
see
share on the
tomorrow. Will
dashboard.
again we will connect. Actually, tomorrow we'll see. Make sure
Yeah,
everyone,
yes,
whatever the configuration you have completed, like controlling area, everything. Don't create separate
yeah,
document. Keep it as a whole
one,
configuration. Should be a single
yes,
document.
true,
Okay.
true.
And
Yes.
the tables also I'm expecting. Okay. So every now you create tables, even single document also fine, or even every table, every master data have separate document also fine. But I need the table also in such a way that you have to explain input, what all the field name, what is the
Hmm.
description, output, what all the field. So don't expect all the 300 field. I'm expecting at least 10 to 15 field which are identical, specific field which are really we should
Very
know.
important fields.
Those fields you just mention the field description with the field name here. As per this template is sufficient. Just copy paste the screenshot. So why I'm asking you to write down, so that you will memorize that. Okay. So just
Okay.
follow even Ashwin or even Siju or even Gunal. So just make sure everyone. So at least yes, I prepared this table like that. So don't come without zero. At least come. So I prepared 2 document or 3 documents. So these are all is really required. Okay. So as implementation projects, yes. So we are in a configuration now, but still make sure we have a functional specification. I already discussed about the list of tables also, right? So now we need to focus, all the table, right? So what are the forms, report, enhancement, like all the tables. So we have to prepare the functional specification. Okay, I will share these details also. Still, I have to add some of the RICEF objects. So we can able to add it. So then we will prepare. Maybe still we have upcoming. So you just assign every RICEF object one team also. I will share this Excel file. So you just add. So who is the consultant who is to take care the next topic. Like anyway, you have 3-4 members. You just assign and just share me back. Okay. So even SD said Kunal is there. You just put it your name. So this file you just send to me by tomorrow. and you put it to who is going to work on that. Even they don't know, we will guide them. We will give a training so during the sessions. Okay.
Documentation part, what the difference between this configuration document and RICEF object, what we are going to prepare?
See,
Is it same or we have to prepare separately?
Yeah,
RICEF
RICEF object is functional specification, right? So when you are in an implementation project, so we have to identify what, that's what I shown you, what are the list of RICEF object, right? So first you have to identify these are the RICEF objects. So still we will be adding, this is not a final. So for now I just shown you how, the logic functional specification has to be written, right? So your configuration, that process, that is completely different. This is now we are talking about the RICEF part, right? So now we are giving functional specification.
So configuration document will have whatever actually system predefined or we are configuring, only that much screenshot or process details should be there. Other than that, whatever actually it is additionally we have to configure the process, that and all should come in the RICEF. It will be a separate document.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, RICEF should be separate. Yeah, configuration, that is for functional point of view. This is a purely technical now. Okay. So as a consultant, functional consultant, we have to provide the FS. So technically they will start the technical spec, then they will start developing the object, then we will do the testing also. See whatever the your sales order output, whether it is coming correctly. So then that testing will be done after the development is completed. Okay. So now as a consultant, we need to make sure whether the logic point of view or functional specification point of view, the table or functional module point of view, whether we are comfortable, right? So once we comfort on this, so then only you can give 100% Pakka RICEF functional specification. Okay. Anyway, we'll connect again upcoming session also. So just you start I'm expecting the summarize what we have discussed today. So how to write the functional specifications, right? So for MM and SD we discussed. For FI also the same concept, only the table is going to be different. So still yes, I have the invoice RICEF is there. I will share you this invoice RICEF, how to print it. So we will discuss maybe in the next session. Yeah. And you just assign each and every RICEF object belongs to your team members. Okay, so that upcoming days we will ask them if they need any doubt or something, what is the table name or how to fetch the data, how to write the logic and all, we will assist them. Okay, so I need the first point, I need the RICEF object has to be assigned to your team members. That's the first thing. And second, you have to make sure your team members, they are preparing the tables, right? As per the template, whatever I just prepared, same way they have to prepare the copy, the input parameter, output parameter, and input layout of the table, output of the table. So this document has to be prepared separate document. So that's the second thing. Yeah. Third one. Third one, this FS, right? This how that a functional specification. This is a template I will share to you. You guys can. This is third one. Fourth one, that is a configuration document, right? So this is like so we discussed about this batch management. So this is the sample configuration plus this is purely your organization structure. That's a separate document. If any process, the process, definitely there is a backend configuration is there. So first you have to make sure your configuration is there. Second, then you have to mention the process execution steps, right? Creation of invoice or parking invoice or clearing the invoice or payment. So whatever the business process. So prior to that, any transaction, what is the backend configuration? Those that you just make sure. Okay, simply you cannot create any any document without any configuration. So we need first configuration. So then we need that is what I have explained here. If you see these documents, it's purely configuration is there. Then we are executing the process. Suppose in your case is only two-step configuration, but still you put it. What is the step number one, step number two? Then you execute the process. Okay, then you can creation of sales order or delivery or invoice or post goods issue. You can write down. Okay, I will share you this document also. So hopefully you can prepare that. I think so this week we have more days, Saturday, Sunday is there. So just make sure so everyone completed the tables. Everyone at least they are preparing the some functions. So now you can follow preparing the functional specification also. If they need any doubts, so definitely we'll connect and we will assist them. Okay. Okay, then see you tomorrow, and I will share these documents. So just guide your team members, make sure everyone aware of this, and start preparing the delivery. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
And also I have shared the sample document which I created. Please review it.
Yeah, definitely. So tomorrow we will connect on that.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.